Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be all about your guys' assumptions about Johnny and I. I put a question box thing on my Instagram story the other day and just asked you guys for your assumptions about us. So we're just going to be answering those and talking about those for you guys. First assumption is, it says you're a big coffee fan and he hates coffee.
I mean, you are a big coffee fan. That's
no,
true.
Definitely. Everyone knows that.
I don't hate coffee. I don't enjoy spending $5 on it every day, or $10 to $15 like Cass sometimes will do. I enjoy it in a much cheaper version. We're road tripping right now. Sugar-free Red Bull today, so.
See, and I got Starbucks.
I don't hate coffee, but I don't love spending a ton of money on it.
This one says you'd rather wait a bit longer to get married and enjoy dating. That's not true at all. Just because we feel like if you're dating and there's no intent to get married, then like what's even the point, really? And also, like, just because you're married doesn't mean you have to be like done dating.
No, yeah, I think like a good marriage, like I think if you ever stop dating like your partner, that's like when your marriage goes bad. So like we're not like, obviously we enjoy dating each other, but like it will still be the same when we're married. We'll get married when like it just, the opportunity presents itself to, like, right now we're just like in a busy, crazy part of life, it just wouldn't fit. But like when everything settles down, like there's nothing stopping it from happening.
Like, we don't think that you have to date for like this amount of time before you get married. Like, if you feel like you're supposed to marry that person, then like what's the point in waiting, really? Also, sorry if the camera is like moving or if we hit a bump or something, it might be a little jumpy just because we are on the road to Cali right now. This one says you do or don't agree on baby names and don't want the same amount.
That guy like put on his brakes so hard.
Yeah, we just got brake checked a little bit. Sorry about that. No biggie, no biggie. Back to the question. This one says you do or don't agree on baby names, don't want the same amount of kids. And that is a true assumption because
yeah, I'd say that's a pretty true assumption.
Yeah, we definitely don't want the same amount of kids. I want like 4 or 5, and you don't.
I'd be okay with like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I grew up in a family of 4 and I love my family, but like we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but see, I grew up with just me and my brother, so just 2 of us. So like I want the bigger family, and like since he had a bigger family, he wants a smaller family. So, you know, we'll see where it takes us, where life takes us. But baby names, we definitely do not agree on. Like we've already
we have one.
Kind of been talking about it. Yeah, we have.
Brake check. Ah! Anyway,
we have one
boy
name. Baby name that we both agree on. We both like. So if we have a boy, like that has to be his name because we don't agree on anything else.
But like literally, we had to get an app. There's an app where it's like Tinder, but for baby names.
Yeah.
We could swipe on that for hours. We'll never match.
We never agree on the same names.
Cass kind of wants like unique more names.
I don't like stupid, like crazy unique name. I just think like cute, unique, like kind of old schoolish, maybe a little. But Johnny's likes names that are just very traditional.
No. That's not true. That's not that true. I just like names that sound like cute. I don't know.
But the names that he kind of likes are very common, and I'm like, I'm not naming my kid something super common.
No, names she doesn't like when I name a kid that's like a country name. Like if it ends in like a Lee. Like I love the girl's name Hadley, and she like hates it.
No, I don't hate the name Hadley, but just for my daughter, I don't think I would name her that.
Sorry if you're a Hadley out there.
Yeah, it's a cute name. I just don't want to name my daughter that. So, I mean, I'm sure there are a ton of people who are like, I do not want to name my daughter Cass, you know, so whatever.
We'll figure it out someday.
Yeah.
Far in the future.
Yeah, far. This is not any kind of hint or anything.
When we do get married, it's not going to be anytime soon, so don't even think about asking.
Yeah, we don't want kids for a hot minute, so we can chill on those assumptions. Next assumption is Cass is loud and Johnny is quiet. That's like pretty true.
It depends on like the place. I can be loud, and I can be loud, but in like a normal situation, I would say that's pretty true.
Yeah.
I don't really like social like, especially if I don't know the people. If I know the people, I'll be a lot more loud, and like occasionally I'll be like the loudest one, especially if like I'm like watching a game or something. But like if we're just like in a social environment, I don't really know anyone, I'm kind of like socially anxious, so I'll just kind of like sit back and like let everyone else like take the lead, and Cass just wants to meet everyone and talk to everyone. So I would say that's a pretty true assumption.
I don't like being like the center of attention, but I'm like, who can I make friends with? Like, I just want to talk to people.
I don't really think you're
like,
loud though.
No, I wouldn't say loud actually.
So
just
it's like kind of
it's
true.
more like extroverted and like introverted, if that makes more
That's
sense.
why we mix them.
Yeah, literally I think we maybe got like, I don't know, 200 I would say assumptions, and probably like 120 or 30 of them were all about like our sex life, that topic.
Y'all a bunch of horn dogs, bro.
Yeah, literally this one says y'all aren't waiting till marriage. This one says you are waiting till marriage. You are not waiting until marriage because of your chemistry.
Before we answer this, it's just a little weird that you guys care that much about our sex life, or lack there, or more thereof a sex life. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
We do put a lot out there, but there's got to be some things that
I
are
was
just
like blown away by all of the assumptions about this topic. I was like, I didn't know people cared that much, or
not even this, but we had a TikTok blow up the other day.
Oh yeah.
And about 700,000 people saw it, and they were fighting about whether we were sleeping together,
or like
or
living
if that was
together,
okay,
and like you guys are Christians and all this stuff, and I was just like, wait, what? Why is everyone just assuming all of these things?
So
it
let's
was
preface this. We're not living together.
That was one of the assumptions. Was
oh, sorry. I'll answer.
No,
We'll just answer that one. Not living together. She came and stayed with me.
Because I just graduated college. My family at home is actually moving too, because my mom's getting married, so like she's moving in with her new husband, and so they were moving, and so it was kind of like perfect timing that they were moving, because I was also planning on coming to stay with Johnny. But so
not living with me.
Yeah,
stayed
we're
with
not
me.
living.
Her best friend was there most of the time.
Yeah,
We're
Maggie
not
was
doing it.
here like
Now we're going to California for a little bit.
to stay with his aunt.
Stay with my aunt. Separate beds. Going to my house in Oregon for 3 weeks. Separate rooms.
Completely two different rooms.
2 different rooms. And then when we move to where we're moving, when we'll share that, we will be living in 2 different places until we get married.
Yeah,
So
we're gonna have 2 apartments until we get married. Just because both of our families are Christian, and obviously we are Christian, and we just don't think that living together before marriage it wasn't even like, we didn't even like consider it, if that makes sense. Obviously it would be way cheaper, you know, one rent payment, but just our morals and stuff like don't line up with that. And so
and like it's almost like a reason to like, not that we need more reasons to get married, but like it saves some of like the fun of like getting married, like
because
living
it's like,
together.
oh my gosh, when we're married we can live together, you know.
So it's not like we want to like speed towards that, but it also like gives some excitement and like incentive to like do things right.
And also, this was another assumption, you both have had sex before, and I think that she kind of meant like before we met. That's not true either. So
I actually went through a lot. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't even kiss a girl till I was 21. So I was not having sex. I was very much a virgin. Still am very much a virgin. I guess we never answered that question.
Oh yeah. So
Still
yeah,
virgins.
we're both virgins. When we met, that was kind of something that we were both like, wait, like you're a virgin too?
No, like I remember like one of our
none, I feel
like earlier in the week, like in that first kind of week or so that we started talking, Cass like just straight out and said like, hey, I just thought I would preface this, like I am a virgin, like I am waiting for marriage, before this gets anything too serious, like I want to make sure you know that and are aware of that. And I was like, well, that's me too, like 1,000 times, yeah, like, and that made her like so much more attracted to me, and like made me like realize how like serious this could be, because I was like, obviously if I'm gonna save myself, like I would have wanted my wife to, like future wife, to save herself too, so that like when we experience that, like we only experience that with each other like forever. So like,
and I feel like I haven't like talked about this a whole lot on my channel, just because first of all, like my sex life is like nothing that I would just put out there.
Lack of sex life.
Yeah, lack of that I would just like put out there and like talk about all the time. But this is not to like shame anyone if you did have sex before marriage, like totally your own decisions and like life and everything.
Well, it's like we haven't lived a perfect life either.
No, yeah, like obviously we still do things and like sin in different ways, but I was just gonna say, at least for me, like, well, obviously like growing up Christian, I just knew that I wanted to save myself for marriage, but also like I have dated people before, and like before Johnny, and I just like knew in my heart, I was like, if I do that with someone, then I would be like attached to them, I feel like in a different sense, in a different way, even when I was like married to someone, and I just didn't want that, if that makes sense. So I was just like, I'm just not gonna do that until I'm married. That way, like, my husband is the only person that I'm ever doing that with.
I think in today's world, like, sex gets like really like kind of so normal and like normalized in today's society, and I think a lot of people forget about the true like emotional like connection and like spiritual connection like you have with someone you're having sex with, because like that's how God designed it to be. And if you're just giving that away to every single person you date for a little bit, or even just like meet at a bar or meet or whatever, like you're giving yourself away little by little to all those different people, and it can just be really hard like when you want to sit down with that one person. And like, let's say like if I saved myself and like she had slept with a few people before, like not that I like wouldn't love her any less and like wouldn't still be interested, but like it would obviously make our relationship tougher, because I know that she would have had done that with someone else and I wouldn't have, and like it just would create more problems.
Moving on from all of those assumptions, the next one is you both have the same love languages, and we don't. My top ones are quality time, acts of service, and physical touch is third.
Mine is like words of affirmation, number 1, 2 physical touch, and 3 quality time. I don't know why words of affirmation is so like big to me. I don't like it, but like I need to hear it. So it's just what it is. I don't know what it is. It's
kind of funny because words of affirmation is my last one, and so not that I like don't think about it, but like I just don't think about it. And so Johnny sometimes would be like I need to hear something. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, because for me, like quality time, like just us being together is like oh my gosh, like I don't know, I'm just receiving love like that, you know. But I forget that like not everyone receives love in the same way.
Yeah, I think like earlier on in our relationship, like we definitely like had to learn that. Like I was constantly like trying to show her like my love by like constantly giving her like words of affirmation, and like constantly giving her compliments, and like just like always sending her paragraphs about like how much like I love her and everything. And not that she didn't like it, like she did. It's not like she doesn't like words of affirmation. It's just that's not how she receives love. But like I was like trying to show my love by that, and it just like wasn't like exactly what she needed, and then obviously what she was giving me was not like fully like what I needed or wanted. But like I think I got like a lot better at like giving that to her.
And especially like long distance makes it hard for quality time, you know. So just a lot of like intentional FaceTime calls and stuff like that. But like
an hour together for
an hour together for good. This assumption says you have different political views. Not true. We have the same political views, especially like because our relationship is pretty serious, you know. So when we had first started talking, we were both like, whoever we date next is like basically who we're gonna marry. And not for everyone, I guess, but for us at least, like our political views and beliefs are important to us, and so we just wanted to make sure that we were like on the same page, because that could like cause problems in a marriage later on.
Obviously Cass isn't as politically like involved as like I am. Like it's one of the things that I read a lot about, and very interested in, watch a lot of stuff about, a little bit more like informed and educated on it. Not that she's not, but it's just not one of her like most like how do you put it, like it's not one of your big interests.
It's not that I like don't care, but at the same time I'm just like, it is what it is almost. I don't know. For me, I'm just like whatever like Jesus says and whatever the Bible says, like that's what I go with. And
so our political beliefs are based off what the Bible says and what things Jesus said in the Bible, how we're taught to govern ourselves, things that we should hold important morally, who's back in Israel, who is protecting the lives of young innocent children, things like that are stuff that's very important to us, and that is why we share the same views. Obviously, absolutely no party is perfect. There are lots of flaws in every party, flaws in every politician, but whatever candidate is most along the lines of what I believe biblically, I'm gonna vote for, and that's what I think every Christian should do.
This one says you want to get married young. Kind of already touched on this, but I don't know what you consider young. I'm 21 and Johnny is 23, but his birthday's next week, so about to be 24. But actually a week from today.
Is it?
Yeah, next Sunday he'll be 24.
24. I'm scared to turn 25, guys. I'm gonna stay 24 forever.
I want to stay 21 forever. I like being 21. But if that's young to you, I mean, we're not getting married like right now anyways. I don't know what young means, but like, yeah, we're not like waiting on anything. We're both graduated from college and, you know, moving to a new city and stuff, so.
I don't know if I'm young per se anymore, but we're not trying to date for like 3 years. So yeah, like we'll get married when, like, again, when life settles down and like we have the opportunity to do so, and like we want to like enjoy the process of like being engaged and like being married. Once we're in a spot settled down, then it'll be go time.
Very last one, we're gonna end this on a good note. It just says you guys are always so nice to each other. I think that's, you know, pretty true. Like, obviously we're dating, we don't want to be mean to each other, and I just like don't even like confrontation anyways, so.
No, yeah, I think we like rarely have any type of like arguments, and if so, it's like pretty mellow and like just maybe a slight like disagreement here or there, and then it's like 10 minutes later we're like chilling. I wouldn't ever want to be in a relationship where we were like mean to each other. If I was upset with her, instead of like being like mean, I'd rather just be quiet and like collect my thoughts and then like talk about it later than just like snap. And I think sometimes like, yeah, if we are like maybe a little upset, we'll just be quiet for a little bit, and then like again like 10 minutes later, like I have like a short memory, so I just like forget about it. But
I do too. Like my memory sucks.
Yeah,
you know that.
I'm like, why was I mad?
Yeah,
I don't know.
And I just don't like being mad anyways, because it's like, who wants to waste their days like being mad with people? I don't know. I just like to be happy with everyone, especially my boyfriend, you know. But, and also we just respect each other enough to like treat each other with kindness. There's no need to be rude or mean or anything. So yeah, I would say we are pretty nice to each other. But, oh my gosh, my voice just cracked. But that's all for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this assumption video, and hopefully we answered a ton of your questions, a ton of your assumptions.
We'll let you know when we have sex. It'll be when we get married.
Yeah, well, you guys be the first.
You will be the first one to know. We'll make a vlog. No, I'm just kidding. You'll see it. You'll see it on. No, I'm just kidding.
No. None of that. If you guys like this video, then like and subscribe to my channel. Follow us on Instagram, and stay tuned for our Cali/Oregon road trip vlog. Bye guys.
Peace out.